I'm going to show you how to remove the plastic wiper cowl that's on the bottom of your windshield wipers on a 2009 to a 2014 Ford Expedition. This might even be the same procedure on the later model Expeditions. They didn't really change a whole lot on these things throughout the years. So if you have a newer one, some of the basic steps in this video you may also be able to apply to your truck if it's beyond the 14, if it's a little newer. So I'll show you what's involved in case yours is cracked, or if you need to get into that wiper transmission to inspect it, and how to remove it, how to get in there, and how to replace it if you have to. So then you want to take these covers off of the wiper arms so that you can access the nut that's underneath them. There's one on this side, there's one on the passenger side as well. That one off the passenger side. So then you're going to need a 15mm socket to remove the wiper arms. They should break free pretty easily. And to make sure when you take the wiper arms off, you keep them on the side they came off of, like put the driver's side over on the driver's side. Take the passenger side off, make sure it's over by the passenger side so you don't get it mixed up. Also remove the 15mm nut off the passenger side wiper arm. So when you get to this point, these wiper arms can be a little bit of a pain to get off. They tend to seize on there a little bit. But I'll show you what to do. If the wiper arms don't lift right off on you, you can press down on them a little bit, and you can see with the flex, it's usually enough to break them free from the stud, and you should be able to lift them right off. So on the side of the cowl, you'll see like a plastic push pin. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get like a trim removal tool like this one. They come in handy. It's a good thing to use to have in your toolbox. You're going to want to slip it under this plastic retainer and pry out. Now what these tools do, it's almost like a screwdriver. It has a fork at the end, so it'll apply even pressure to a plastic retainer like this, so there's less of a chance of it breaking on you. If you use a screwdriver, you're willing to risk breaking it in half a little bit easier than you would by using this tool. I bought this one at Advanced Auto today before doing the video, and it was like 10 bucks. It wasn't that bad. Let's take that little retainer out. So if you come around the passenger side, there's another one of those plastic retainers. Let's pry up on that. Take it out. So to remove the plastic cowl on this side, there's a couple clips under here. So you need to pry up and out. And there are a couple of clips holding this down. You gotta be careful so you don't break them. So you want to kind of put your hand under there, lift up. They should kind of pop out of place for you. If you happen to break a couple, you might want to look in the help section of your local auto parts store, or Ford can definitely get them for you. There shouldn't be too much money. I've got to order a couple. There was one that was broke over here, I think. So I've got to replace that one. But don't fret, you know, it's something that you can replace. They're inexpensive. So on this side, you got to pretty much do the same thing. Pry up on these clips. You want to get your trim tool in here. Pop up on that. Yo. Same thing down in this corner. So if you're replacing this plastic cowl, you're gonna have to transfer the windshield wiper fluid hose to the nozzles over to the new one. So it should just pull right off of the nozzles, and it all kind of presses in these little channels. So when you transfer it over, make sure everything's in the grooves nice and tight, and take it off the other piece as well. There's a little, you know, elbow in there. I don't need to replace this one, but that's all you need to do. It should easily come off. Transfer it over, and then we can button this back up. So one thing to do to make it easier on yourselves is all these little tabs that are in here, they come right out. So reposition them in the proper location on the cowl, and then when you put in the cowl back, it should press in a lot easier for you. There's less risk at breaking these little black tips that are on there. So they'll snap into place just like that. If you have some that need to be replaced, you should be able to get some maybe from a local parts store, or your Ford dealer should be able to get them for you. There shouldn't be too much money. So I've taken all those clips and I put them back on the plastic cowl. So I should be able to flip this up and easily push them back into place, and there'll be less of a risk of breaking one. They're really easy to break. I mean, they're a little old. I live in New England, and they've been heated up and have been cold like a million times at this point. So a couple of them did break on me. Just careful that you try to be with the stuff. You know what happens. Let's put this like this. Flip this other one back over. Make sure your hose is routed correctly for the wiper fluid. And it should run right along here. You want to make sure it's not pinched or anything. Okay. You have to mess with it a little bit. Line up the tabs at the end here. Push them back and down into place. Oop. There's little clips here. There's a couple little clips on the front of the cowl. Make sure those are on the underneath this firewall right here, the little seam. Push those ends back into place. Now you have to put this other section in right here. Don't forget to put your hood shock back on. Put that into place, give a little tug, make sure it catches. Just put that right here. It is on your strut. So take the ends, kind of tuck them into the fender first, and then open up that stud wiper for the wipers. Hey. Right here, make sure these clips are lined up with that little pinch spot in the firewall. Tuck them in. Everything down into place. There you go. You can hear it clip in. So now you're all set to put the push pins back into place. So put your little pins back into place. Those little plastic ones we took out at the beginning of the video, they should pop right in. They'll help to hold that down. Let's go to the other side. And we're gonna go over here. Here's the other location right here. Okay, that is in there, so that's nice and secure. Alright, so that's in there, and that's nice and secure. So now we have to put the wipers back on. Alright, you're at the point now where you can put your wipers back on and put them in the parked position, which is right here. And then grab the driver's side wiper. We'll do the same thing with it. Put it back on the stud, lower it down. Then put your nuts back on the wiper arm. They're not on them. Reach over the hood of this truck is a little ways. So start them by hand. You don't want to cross thread them. that. Okay, and then go over to the driver's side. That one should be all set. Now don't forget your trim covers. Just a couple of those bolts will help to keep the rain, salt, sleet out, and all the road elements, so it's important to put those back on. Plus it looks a whole lot better. Down like that, just kind of snap into place. You're all set. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. It'll help me out a ton. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You don't want to miss any of the great uploads we have coming up. Ring the bell when you do. You'll get a notification when I upload a new video. And if you have a question, leave a comment. I will reply back to you or one of our viewers as well. Thanks for watching, guys.